Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go through my closet, a me-made closet. Everything you see in here is made by me, including my lace skirt, H&M inspired, which some of you may recognize from my previous video. I'm gonna put a link below in the description just so you remember and go ahead and watch it. So let me show you who I am as a woman wearing my own clothes. What we have right here on the dress form is one of my very interesting tops, because when I was working as a professional, something like this would be my normal day-to-day life. I would pair with different type of pants. My aesthetic is jacket, tunic, tops, blouse, and pants. That's where I am, and that's where my comfort zone is. And so I did a little bit of fabric manipulation here, as you can see. A little bit more here, has a side hidden zipper, and I've also put a video up a couple of weeks ago with how to install an invisible zipper. A lot of people are maybe a little bit intimidated. Invisible zipper, it's absolutely fine. As soon as you do it once or twice, the third time you're going to be a pro. If you haven't watched the video, please do so. I'm going to put a link in the description below. So going back to what I've done, my very first jacket ever. I have never made a jacket before this, but this jacket is fully draped on a dress form. I didn't know how to make a pattern for a jacket, but I assumed that by buying scuba fabric, which is still my very favorite fabric to work with, I'm going to have a chance to understand how to work with. I have never put a lining, I've never finished this, was mainly because it was draped on the dress form, and the dress form is slightly wider than I am in the shoulder area, and so therefore the jacket was slightly bigger than what I am. However, that was my very first attempt, and I can say I have learned a lot from it. It is not finished. I probably will never finish it. I do love the pattern. It was one of my very first time I worked with scuba. This is the very first time I discovered scuba in my life, and I cannot live without scuba. Scuba is in every aspect of my wardrobe, and every season, everywhere I go, I have to have a little bit of scuba on me. So this is my very first jacket I've ever made. As you can see here, my actual shoulder, it's a little bit wider than what I am. I did not really bother, not that I have the time to actually readjust and figure something out. However, I just wanted you to see that it's so easy with the right type of fabric, with the dress form, and following a couple of instructions and listening your instincts, you will be able to achieve incredible results. If I would have put some more time into this jacket, if I would have got back to it and tried to reshape it, I think this jacket would have been a great jacket to wear. I hope you like it, because I did love it a lot. Next, right here, we have my bodycon dress. I have posted a video a couple of days before. I'm actually going to post a link of this video in description below. What I have done after I made this dress, I decided that I want to add a little bit of flair to it, and so I added more of a kind of like a ruffle panel to the bottom, just asymmetrical, just because I wanted to give a little bit of something. Along with this jersey bodycon dress, I've also made a mesh dress, which I gave it away to one of my friends. She's probably going to wear it sometime this weekend, and so I'm probably never gonna get it back, but that's fine. So this is my bodycon dress. This is incredibly simple to make. I would say if you do decide to start sewing, if you are really in the beginning, I can tell you that the actual jersey, stretchy jersey, it's very easy fabric to start with. It's a lightweight fabric, has a lot of give, and is very forgiving. So this is my recent work, actually. I've just finished this couple of days ago. Next, we're going to have a very nice dress You can wear it as a tunic. This one, as you can see, has a back zipper just for access. Has a lot of movement. It has a lot of flair. I do love the movement on my clothing. I'm very much into extreme. I either like something that is extremely fitted, or I like something with a lot of movement, and something like this gave me so much joy to wear. And so I worn this with leather pants and high heel ankle boots. Someone suggested once that I could actually just add maybe like a brush here and elevate a bit the look. I never thought of it. I'm not a big fan of jewelries, as you can see today. Next, right here we have something, again, remember, volume, movement. I created this for spring. I love it. I, again, wear it with pants. I wear it with a lot of jeans and a lot of tank tops underneath. This is a tunic that I created. Does not have any closures other than a hook and eye. I absolutely love it. I think I've worn it so many times. And I'm taking it everywhere when it's a little bit more like in a low 60s and I feel a little bit chill. Most of the time I have it in my car on a passenger seat, and I'm just putting it on when I get out and it's chill. Next we have my favorite vest of all times. I have worn this vest so many times. I would wear it with black jeans. I would wear it with leather pants. I would wear it with either a tank top underneath, or I would put a button-up shirt. And so I love it. The actual zippers on the side, they're not functional. They're just a design feature. I just wanted to give a bit more of a bad girl vibe to it. Sometimes we need to play into that role. I made it, I would say, end of last year, maybe middle of last year. I really can't remember. The most comfortable vest I've ever made for myself. Right here we have tunic. This tunic, I normally wear it with leggings, something really tight and fitted, because as you can see, has a lot of movement. It's a jersey. I made this in multiple colors for myself. Has an opening here. I have worn this one with a white tank top underneath, but I've also worn this just over my bra. And this is overlapped for about 5 inches, so there is no way this is going to open and show your midriff. It's very nice. It is asymmetrical. It's shorter at the front and longer at the back. Has a couple of gatherings here at the back for extra volume, and lots of gathering here at the front just to give a very playful look. So this is a symmetrical tunic, overlap here, the panels are open, very comfortable, again, really stretchy. You can see here we have a scuba fitted zipper. See where I'm going with it and who I am. I have a love for black. I feel like black, it's dressing us in a unique way. For the longest, black was my comfort zone, and I would wear black almost on a daily basis. This is a dress that I created out of, like, was having some extra fabric, didn't know what to do with it, so I come up with this. I think it's one of my very first scuba dresses. As you remember, I've mentioned in my previous videos a couple of times, I do not use patterns. I'm actually creating my own patterns. I've learned over the years how to make my own patterns. However, when I originally started sewing, I did not know what pattern making is, and I would only drape on my dress form, which is absolutely fine when you just start. And even if you never learn how to make pattern making yourself, I think by buying patterns at the store or by only draping, you would be still able to make it in this industry. Pattern making are usually very skilled professionals. I am not really perfect at pattern making. I always have to adjust as I go. But again, I'm also still learning myself, and I don't think any one of us should ever stop learning in our industry, especially when we love what we are doing. Talking about tunics. So this is one of the few pieces that I made that has no stretch. This is and I'm not sure if I can pronounce it correctly, gabardine. It's very cheap at Joann, and so I made a couple of pleats here, but because the way I place the fabric on the bias, these pleats are taking a life on their own, and so becomes more like an actual interesting design. It's a tunic, it's an asymmetrical tunic. As you can see, the way it was designed, it's a little bit longer at the corners, has a lot of movement here coming from the pleats with the extra volume fabric. I have a nice gold zipper at the back. So this is my tunic. This has to be, in my opinion, all black look. As a stylist, as a bridal stylist, all black. As a real estate agent, mainly all black. And now I find myself sometimes when I go out, I open my closet, and since most of my pieces are black, I'm going all black all over again, just because I like it and makes me feel good. So this is who I am. This black dress, it's a dress that I created for my ready-to-wear collection. I made all the samples and all the prototypes for my collection. I love turtleneck on fall or winter outfits, mainly because I think as I grow older, my neck is not as pretty, and I also feel cold all the time. Also, because I have such a long neck, I can easily incorporate turtlenecks into my look without feeling like it's cutting my neck shorter. I put a couple of little details here. You have a ruffle on the sleeve, you have a bit of a open shoulders and a ruffle at the bottom. It's a very fitted dress. It's made out of very, very, very thick jersey. It's a very comfortable dress. It could be formal if you dress it up with a high heel, but because I'm not going out as much anymore, I'm actually wearing it just on a casual look for a day-to-day. This was also created for my collection. So I wear this a lot. I wear it with jeans, I wear it with black pants, I wear it with leather pants, I wear it with leggings just because that covers my tush a little bit and I don't have to show everything. So this is my black tunic. I have this in navy and I had this in white, but I gave it away. Right here I have a very daring black lace dress. Is just a short knee-length A-line skirt, has a lot of gathering for volume. I'm wearing this actually with shapewear. So I have a shapewear that goes up half my thigh and like continues up with straps. And I've been wearing this dress since it's see-through and doesn't have any type of lining, just because I wanted to keep it very simple. If you are a little bit more frugal like I am, not only be me through my own aesthetic, but I also save a lot of money by doing so. So probably about $6 worth of lace and zipper right here, and was a very successful evening look. So every now and then all of us want to feel comfortable, want to feel snuggled, and want to feel like we don't really have to do anything. So I have a ripped pair of jeans and with a sweater underneath. This is my favorite look of all times. So easy to wear. So I made panels open for whatever reason. I can't really remember. When you're gonna start designing your own clothes, you will never be able to explain why you did that thing and how you got to do it this way. So even if you're going to ask me why I did it this way, I wouldn't know how to tell you. I think at some point I'm just gonna close the panels and attach a pair of pockets. So maybe this is going to be one of my projects sometime soon when I'm going to have enough time. Back to scuba, right? And such an unusual color combination, just because I had some leftover fabrics and because I go out in the evening for walks with my children, or maybe because I want to take my dog out, or because I really want a quick run to the store and grab something that I forgot with my grocery day. This is something that I will put on really quick and run. Scuba, again, it's incredibly easy for me to work with scuba. I love it. Not only that it's flattering, but it's very easy to learn how to sew. I put a pocket here so I put my phone and my wallet and my car keys, and so easy to wear, flattering, bit of a bright color, but also at the same time not in your face. Some of you know, most likely watch my video. If you haven't, I will post the link below in the description with my guest wedding dress. I made this dress for probably, I would say, less than $15. And why? Because I had a lot of scuba into my fabric closet, and when I first purchased this was probably around a $3.99 for a yard. This lace, I had it in one of my fabric leftover boxes for so long that I can't even remember when and for who I purchased this. I normally don't wear this type of sequence lace. It's actually sequence on mesh. I've worn this dress already. I do not need the train anymore. So my very next project is going to be remove the train and make a maxi dress out of this. Still formal, but removing the train is going to give me the flexibility to wear it to some other places. So again, if you haven't watched the video how I made this scuba dress for under $15, I'm going to put the video link into the description below, and go ahead and watch it and let me know what you think. So these are a couple of my items that I made for myself. I'm creating who I am as a woman. I want to be me. I dressed for so long in the mass production. I understand very well how the mass production works, and I just decided that, hey, not only that I don't want to spend the amount of money going and shopping like crazy, and then because of my body proportion, I have a bigger bust, I have incredibly small waist, I am only 5'2", my torso is long but my legs are shorter, and so my pants never fit me, and so I decided to go ahead and find a way to solve this problem. So I learned how to customize my clothing so well, and not only to customize my clothes, but I also learned how to be me in my clothes. I appreciate so much when I wear something around and somebody would say, wow, that looks so different. Where did you get it? And so we all have access to fashion these days, but I feel like wearing the clothes I make me feel so special, make me feel so different, make me feel pretty, and make me feel good about myself. Also, when I see someone wearing my garment, I feel incredibly proud, of course, right? Because I spend days and hours and nights trying to create that perfect look for that person, because that person puts their hopes into my hands. Thank you again for watching me today. I have a lot to say. I talk a lot. I have a lot of projects coming up and I'm very excited. I'm getting over my cold. I'm feeling a lot better and I'm feeling so energized, and I'm so ready to tackle 2024. Thank you very much for being here. Let me know what you like about this video and what you didn't like. This would help me to know that I'm delivering the right message into the right way. I know a lot of things, but I'm not an experienced content creator, and so therefore delivering the message, it could be a little bit harder for me. But with your help, I'm hoping to get there. Thank you very much for watching me today. Thank you very much for allowing me to show you my creations, and I hope I'm going to see you here in the next video. Take care and have an amazing day.